Hey everyone, Caolan Hoff here with Berkshire Hathaway. I just wanted to make a quick informational video for those of you that are in a lease or about to sign a lease and would be interested in purchasing a home after that lease is up. So I have a few clients that are or have leases that are ending this coming summer, and speaking with them and seeing where they are in their process. They're thinking that they would start that process about a month before that lease is up. And after I spoke with them, they kind of recounted it. We're going to start that process a little sooner. So, which is why we're here and making this video segment. So, just kind of word to the wise, we're going to go over a few things here, just kind of going over the pre-approval process. Finding your home and getting it under contract, and the timelines for those periods, and why waiting for the month before your lease is up is probably not your wisest decision. So up front, I'd probably recommend getting or starting this process at least 6 months before your lease is up. So the first thing you want to do is meet with your mortgage lender. If you don't have one, I would get with someone who can refer you to a trusted lender. You can always talk to myself. I have plenty of referrals to match up with different personalities. So you want to talk to a mortgage lender. They can pull your credit score. They'll get your income information, find out what kind of assets and liabilities you have. Assets being what income, different types of income you have, are bringing in. Liabilities are things that are costing you money, so, and reporting to credit monthly. So those things are all factors that are they take into account when they are funding you money for a home, and all affect your purchasing power, which is important when we go to find a home, right? So depending how organized you are, what your work schedule is like, and how organized that lender is, that can be done in as early as or as soon as a day. It could take a week, could take 2 weeks. That depends on how the organization of both those people. So moving on from that pre-approval process to finding your home. So currently there's about 3 months of inventory in the Indianapolis market. So I advise all my clients that it's not likely that you're going to end up under contract and closing on the first home that you walk through. It's possible, but just not likely. So knowing that up front, that this is a process and you're going to end up walking through likely several homes, and competing with other buyers that have been burned by other buyers with more competitive financing, and that better purchasing power, that they're coming to the table now with possibly more money to put down, and things like that, and better negotiating terms. So clarifying all those things up front to put yourself ahead of the game, and give yourself the best competitive advantage, is very important. So and streamlining this process. So that's where your realtor, your real estate agent, and your lender and yourself very much need to work as a team and work together to make sure that this works as a cohesive unit and streamline that process. But even finding that home could take, like I said, you could find it that first day that first home that you walk through, or it could be the back end of that 3 months of inventory. So that could be 1 to 3 months there. So once you do find that house and you do get it under contract, a lot of sellers, we're finding are selling their homes and then extending that closing date to find something themselves to purchase. So that's not uncommon now in this market, to see an extended, typically that would be 30 days. That could be 45, 60, even a 90-day closing period. So with that being said, getting your pre-approval set, finding that home, and then getting to closing, you could be looking, between 2 to 5 or 6 months. So that's why I said, recommend starting that at least 6 months prior to the end of your lease, because you just don't know how long this is going to take. And the sooner you get with a lender and they collect all those documents and all that information, it's really just knowing where you are from a financial perspective, knowing how much money you would need to put down, how much you can afford, and things of that nature, and just getting ahead of that ball. You just don't want to be an 8 ball in that situation when it comes to buying a house. So going back to giving yourself a competitive advantage against other buyers, because there are plenty out there. So you want to give yourself that advantage if possible, or else you will get burned, and like many others out there, and you're going to lose out on a few deals, which we want to minimize. So that's all I have for you today. If you want to reach out to me or want more information on the topic, you can reach me at 317-652-7300, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.